All right, so we're asked to find the range for this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to organize our data. And let's talk about some things. So our domain is the input value, right? That input value goes through a function and it's going to spit out an output value, but the domain in this particular case is x. All right, so now what is my domain? Well, my domain is -4, -2, and 0 and 2. So now let's talk about the range, because that's the question they're asking us is what is the range of the function f of x equals 4x plus 9 given the following domain. So now normally we would say y, but because we're doing function notation, we're going to say f of x. Remember that f of x is like y. It's the same as y, what you're used to. But we're just saying that y is a function of x. So that's the range, right? And that input is going to spit out an output, and that output is the range. And what is our function? Well, our function that does that spits it out, is 4x plus 9, and we would label that as the function f, okay? So then we've got to figure out what all this stuff is. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to say 4 or f of something. Well, I'm running out of room here. I'm going to say f of x is equal to 4 times x plus 9. And you might say, well, Mr. Adams, you didn't write down the x. That's true, because I'm going to plug in -4 for x. So now when I do that, what I end up with is 4 times -4 is -16 plus 9, right? So f of -4 is equal to -16 plus 9. Well, that's just -7. So when I plug all that in, I get -7. In other words, -4, comma, -7 is a point on the graph, right? So this could be represented as -4, comma, -7. Well, now we've got to do it again. I'm going to say -2 is my x value. So I'm going to repeat the whole thing, but instead of -4, I'm going to plug in -2. Well, -2 times 4 is -8 plus 9 equals 1. So when x equals -2, my corresponding y value, or f of x, is equal to 1. Next, I'm going to evaluate my function at another number from the domain. This time, I'm going to evaluate it at 0. So I'm going to say f of 0 is equal to 4 times 0, which is just 0, plus 9, which is equal to 9. So f of 0 equals 9. And then lastly, I'm going to, over here, I'm going to say f of something is equal to 4 times that same something plus 9. Well, what's the something this time? A positive 2. So f of 2 is equal to 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. So that's 17. So what's the range? Well, the range R is equal to -7, comma 1, comma 9, comma 17. And that's it. Okay. Any questions?